With Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness officially entering post-production, we can expect the typical rollout of teases, anticipation building, and of course inevitable LEGO leaks and so forth. But before we get to all those leaks and everything, let's hear from Elizabeth Olsen, who is teasing the horror vibes that the film is going to have. So now that post-production is in full effect for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the actors are obviously no longer required to be on set. And right now, they're going to be figuring out exactly when they're going in for reshoots, what needs to be reshot, and of course, starting to do the typical marketing rounds with interviews and teasing anticipation with, vague statements, I think is the best way to talk about it when we talk about Marvel Studios. So when asked by Glamour about what is her character's arc, story, and direction in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Elizabeth Olsen described the film as, quote, bonkers, unquote, saying that it's going to have a horror vibe that we haven't seen so far yet. Now, this goes all the way back to what we started to hear about Doctor Strange 2, all the way back to when Sam Raimi wasn't even involved and the original director, Scott Derrickson, was still at it, where they were going to go in a more horror direction, not an outright horror movie, and you can still see that that's something that they're going to stick with because they hired Sam Raimi for a particular reason. They want a certain style of movie. And I don't know about you guys, but if you watch Sam Raimi films, even if it's a brighter, more friendlier film, and I put that word in quotation marks, like Spider-Man 2, for example, look at that scene with Doc Ock when he first wakes up. That gives you some serious Evil Dead and throwback vibes to older classics from Sam Raimi. So I think she's teasing us, look, this is going to be insane. It's going to be bonkers, as she puts it, but also it's going to have horror vibes because, again, we're going to be dealing with so many things, and there's been rumors saying that we're going to be dealing with weird-looking, Lovecraftian things almost, and, I mean, why would anybody discount that considering that the title, Multiverse of Madness, literally draws from Lovecraftian comparisons? Like, that just, I mean, it makes sense, right? And they also did reveal that she's been living in London since October working on Marvel projects. Now, we know the ending, or whatever they had to finish up shooting for WandaVision, was shot there, and reports stated that Doctor Strange would be on set, which didn't end up happening. But as we've seen with recent set photo leaks right before they wrapped Doctor Strange, they were recreating the streets from WandaVision, so maybe it all ties back around and they did shoot with Doctor Strange there, but he just wasn't in the show. It was for the film. So who knows, but I guess, we got a little bit to go till we get there. But if we just look back at everything that's been said from everybody in Marvel Studios, we're definitely getting a, horror style of vibe for this film in every sense of that word, for what that word is worth.